Chosen one, you think you've been left behind. But what if I told you that being late was actually a strategic setup to hand you a crown somebody else dropped? The divine does not operate on human schedule. Listen, there's a chosen woman named Jane who had a dream that unlocks exactly what's happening to you right now. Jane always felt like she was running behind in life. She watched her friends buy houses, get promotions, and find success early. Meanwhile, Jane was still waiting for her turn. She often worried that she had missed her chance. Then she had a powerful dream that changed everything. Jane walked into a church. The first service was already over, and the crowd was leaving. Jane didn't panic. She felt completely at peace, knowing she was right on time for the second service. Strangely, the second service ended a whole hour early. Many chosen ones feel like they started late in life. You watch others get ahead and feel left behind. But this dream reveals you on divine timing. You didn't miss your window. God is fast-tracking your life. What takes others 10 years to build, God is going to accelerate for you in months. After the service, Jane sat on the floor with a group of women, sharing one large bowl of rice because they were afraid the food would run out. The women ate frantically. Soon, the rice was gone. Only a single rich egg yolk was left. The woman next to Jane, whose mouth was already completely stuffed with food, reached out greedily to grab the last yolk. Jane firmly but gently caught her hand mid-air and said, "Eat gently. You still have food in your mouth. Why rush it?" The shared bowl represents today's frantic world, where people operate out of a spirit of lack, panic, and desperation. People scratch, fight, and cheat to get to the top. The egg yolk represents the final, most vulnerable blessings. Chosen one, do not scramble like Jane. You're being tested to see if you will stay calm, patient, and fair when everyone else is acting greedy. Your peace is your power. Once the crowd left, Jane stayed behind to help clean up. She walked up to the high table where the leaders and elite had eaten. Jane was shocked. Why she and the girls on the floor had to split one small bowl of rice. The high table was covered in mountains of untouched, wasted food. The leaders had been given so much that they grew numb to it. They walked away and left a feast to rot. This is exactly what is happening in modern society. We see corrupt bosses, lazy leaders, and people in high position who do not appreciate what they have. They are sitting on wealth, positions, and opportunities that are completely wasting, while hard-working people struggle on the ground. As Jane looked at the waste, she spotted a cardboard takeaway container on the edge of the table. Inside was a fresh, full, decent plate of stew. Someone had poked a tiny hole in the top to taste it, but they had abandoned it completely intact. Jane didn't hesitate. She looked at the woman helping her and declared, "I'm taking this plate. It is full and it doesn't look like anyone ate from it." She picked up the heavy warm food and claimed it for herself. This is the ultimate message for the chosen generation. The takeaway plate is your new mantle. It represents business, promotion, ministries, and inheritance that other people walked away from because they were too lazy or disconnected to finish the job. God is currently stripping resources away from ungrateful, wasteful people and packaging them up for the hidden servers and cleaners. Your days of surviving on the common bowl are over, chosen one. In the dream, Jane did not reach the high table by climbing over people or demanding a promotion. She got there because she stayed behind to clean and serve. Most chosen ones are currently in a hidden season. You're the one cleaning up after others, fixing your family's mistakes or doing all the heavy lifting at work while someone else gets the credit. The world calls this being overlooked. God calls it positioning. Your willingness to handle the messy work with integrity is exactly what grants you access to the room where the real wealth and authority sits. The takeaway container Jane found wasn't ruined. It just had a tiny hole poked in it. Someone tasted the weight of that assignment, realized it required actual dedication, and walked away because they preferred lazy comfort. Chosen one, You're about to inherit projects, position, or keys that someone else abandoned because it was too hard for them. Someone else started that business and quit. Someone else took that corporate role and couldn't handle the pressure. What was a burden to them will be a breeze for you because you have been trained in the fire of patience. You were not chosen to barely get by. You were not chosen to scrap the bottom of the barrel while watching wicked or ungrateful people live in overflow. The divine is shifting you from survival mode to ownership mode. You're moving from asking for permission to making decrees. If you're under the sound of my voice and your spirit resonates with Jane's journey, say this declaration to yourself today. I am not late. I am on divine time. What others wasted, I am about to inherit. I am leaving the common bowl of panic and scarcity, and I am stepping up to the high table to claim my full portion. God is currently stripping resources away from ungrateful, wasteful people and packaging them up for the hidden servers and cleaners. Your days of surviving on the common bowl are over. It is your time to shine. Arise and shine, chosen one. Yotago, good luck.